we owe a tremendous debt to Johan and his team. Hello, I'm Mark Boyle. I'm the father of Emily Boyle. Emily was diagnosed with schizophrenia when she was about 18 years of age. She's now 42 years. She initially received treatment from a number of various community-based organisations, and then she received professional care from a registered psychiatrist. After a number of years, Emily's condition deteriorated remarkably, and as time went by, she became far more removed from general society and much more insular in her behaviour. As a result, I realised that my wife and I realised that Emily's was not going to progress, and that her life was going to continue to deteriorate unless we found new ways. Emily moved from Hennessy House into accommodation that is supervised by Johan, and I have to say that was approximately 3 years ago. Since that time, Emily's well-being and development has been absolutely remarkable. The model that is administered by WellCare is absolutely superb. And we, as parents, my wife and I, could not be happier with the support and with the ongoing development of Emily. Last week, when I last was talking to Emily, her development continued she continued to show development and continued to progress. And we're very confident that if she stays under the care of WellCare, that things will continue to improve. We came to a decision that Emily needed outside intervention. She was becoming at times quite agitated and moody, and at times she did resort to violence against her parents, and that was very distressing for my wife. But the general sort of attitude by the general medical fraternity was to pump her full of more medication, and as a result, Emily would spend sometimes days on end virtually not getting out of bed. It was when we got to those, and they were dark times for this family, very disruptive. It was at that time that we realised that outside intervention was imperative to ensure that Emily would receive the treatment that she probably needed, and the support that she now has. Some of the positive features of Emily being involved in WellCare are the fact that Emily has a degree of independence. She has daily tasks to fulfil, has a purpose in life, which was one of the big distractions when she was living by herself, was that she had no actual purpose. But here at WellCare, she has responsibilities to undertake. She's responsible for ensuring the cleanliness of where she habitats. She has other responsibilities of a financial sense. She has interaction with other people. Being a shared house, she is there with people who are in similar situations to Emily. And that interpersonal interaction, is something that has really gone a long way to helping Emily develop and to fulfil her potential in a lot of areas. And that is underpinned, of course, by the supervision that ensures that she takes her medication on a regular basis, because without the medication, unfortunately, it's back to square one. We are extremely grateful to WellCare and Anton and his team for what they've been able to achieve with Emily, and I also get a bit of a kick out of seeing the other people that are in the house with Emily. I can see them progressing along as well, so it's not just Emily, it's right across the board of the people that have been in the house, and I consider them to be my friends now. This terrible disease that she's got, it's terrible for parents to have to go through that. It's until you go through it, you don't really realise the shame. Well, you blame yourself and shame and all that type of thing, and it just puts a terrible strain on your marriage, the whole family. Your brothers and sisters, her brothers and sisters. They were sort of became resentful towards it, and she became resentful towards them. But since she's been at WellCare, all that's been repaired. We were able to find someone that's dedicated to Emily's well-being, and Johan and his team are. They're wonderful. The actual workers out there are wonderful people. They're keen, they're enthusiastic, nothing's too much trouble. It's just a wonderful experience and we're so fortunate to be able to be, Dave, to be associated with it.